maker, but he's lost too many close matches this season for it to be anything other than a habit and something that he desperately needs to work on. Roddick, on the other hand, doesn't suffer in that regard. Roddick, I would suggest, nowhere near as talented as Verdasco in terms of his shot making, yet he's got much more heart and he can hold his nerve when it really matters.
You know, you have to commend him for being able to get so many balls back in play to show up Verdasco that last game.
That's more like it, but where were they in the previous game when it really mattered?
Way beyond the baseline.
You might think that we're being overly harsh. It's not so. I'm a huge fan of Verdasco's. Love the way he plays. I'll pay money to watch him any day of the week. It's such a shame that he doesn't have the ability to do that when it really matters. Spaniard has made remarkable strides this season, but he's still got a ways to go to be able to compete with the big boys week in, week out at the tail end of major events. He showed us he could almost do it in Australia. But this afternoon he's come up short. He's taking it off to Roddick. Been patient in this third set, and he's been able to dig deep when it's really mattered. Match point. Just exposed a little too much court there. And Verdasco eager to take advantage of that.
40-30.
But here's a second bite at the cherry for Roddick. Can you believe it?
No. How do you break a string on match point? Oh my God.
They did the right thing. When you lose all the tension in the racket heads, you have to try and get into the net, and perhaps just lent on it a little too much, and because lost the tension and he just overcooked it. But he was trying his very best to stamp his feet as loudly as he could. He was going to be waving his arms all over the place in the hope that Verdasco was going to miss the pass, but you've got to make the approach first. So this is a real test. See whether he can put that to the back of his mind and refocus. Still only 2 points away from victory. And he does have a little bit of margin for error. Even if he loses serve here, worst case scenario, he's in a tie break.
Brilliant from Verdasco. And he went for the shot. He wasn't going to let up. He was going to drive it like he normally would on any other point. Great defense, wonderful approach, but makes up his mind.
And the crowd were living each and every shot in that rally. Phenomenal effort from the Spaniard. 3 points in a row and an opportunity to take us into a tie-break. Oh, yes! Just when I was questioning his heart and his ability to play well under pressure, he proved me wrong at the tail end of that game.
Amazing. He just played with conviction. Those last 2 points, he decided to keep going for it like he did when he was down 40.